What up, Gian?
What's up? We are pretty sure this is episode 20. Last time I checked,
Yep, it's episode 20.
episode 20. Holy shit, man! You
I
know,
know.
when I was writing down the notes, and when I had to find out what episode we're in, and I'm just like, what episode is it? And then it hit me, episode 20. I was like, holy shit, we made it to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, whoa, fuck! I didn't realize we were gonna hit 20. We could have done something a little special, but
Yeah, we've been busy.
it's just been really a really busy week. Not a busy week, but just been busy lately. This week has been just a brief, like not so much compared to last week, but you'll always find something out. You'll always find something to do.
Okay.
With
So, so-
because I know you're busy because you probably have a lot of things to do for your church for Easter, or are you not doing anything, or?
yeah, we are, but that's not till like Sunday, though.
Oh, really? Because I thought they celebrate today, something today. I'm not a religious person.
That's a Catholic church thing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything about the church, and the church is like 5 minutes away that I know of. So I
Right.
think we're doing like everything Sunday.
Okay. Because
And I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to help them all that I can. 'Cause I'm going out to eat dinner with the family later on that day.
right.
So
Okay. Yeah, because as many as you know,
yeah.
you've known for years. But for anyone who's listening, I'm not like a religious person at all, right? But if that's your thing, cool. Not my thing, but because I've always thought that the week or whatever, Easter week or whatever, like you do, like I've always thought you do something Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday's the big day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's just that I saw people saying, "Oh, we're busy, not busy Friday, but like we're doing this on Friday," and I'm just like, "So it's Friday now? I thought it was on Sunday." It's like I thought we're doing everything on Sunday because I don't know. I don't know. Just it's a hectic week, I guess, for everybody who's into all that kind of stuff. All I know is that I always associate Easter week or like that week that kind of stuff with like WrestleMania. We're so close to WrestleMania week.
That's next weekend.
I know.
I got the 4-day weekend off. So.
I know, but I'm saying like every time Easter swings by, it's WrestleMania season. That's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say.
That would mean when I was a kid. I'm like, it's Easter, so that means WrestleMania is close by.
Exactly.
Like, really? He said, yeah, really. That's what wrestling fans mean. I don't give a damn about a stupid bunny.
Yeah, fuck the bunny. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, Mallrats from Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
When Jay and Silent Bob were beating up the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
It's like
I love that movie.
This is for Brody. Yeah. Every on my news feed on like Facebook and Twitter, if I ever see that picture around this Easter week, I always like retweet it or share it because that's just a tradition of mine. I always like share that picture.
Well, there's a picture. Well, there's a video. There's a part of a video game I play around this time, and it's dark Manhunt. And there's a mission called "You Chase the Bunny." I'll let you know how that goes.
I've heard a lot about things about Manhunt, but I never played Manhunt.
It's a fun game. Rockstar made it, but it's not like a Rockstar game. It's like a very stealthy game.
Right. It's probably like another team within Rockstar. It's probably not.
Yeah.
The A team of Rockstar. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like
Yeah,
the Grand
it's
Theft Auto
like
team.
team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's still like one of my favorite Rockstar games, like ever.
Yeah. I'll have to give it a shot, man, because I think it's on PS4. It's not like remastered, but the PS2 version is on there, like as an emulation, which ties into one of the things we're gonna talk about: games to buy off the PlayStation Store since it's closing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Manhunt is on the PlayStation Store on the PS3, but then I just said, well, Manhunt, it's on PS4, so it's not like that big of a deal to buy it immediately. But anyway, Manny, really quick, what you been playing?
I've been playing Monster Hunter. I gotta say, that game is fun as hell.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That game was such a blast.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, they made it like so more simple now.
really?
Like, they actually let you know that the monster is tired for you to capture when, like, in Monster Hunter World. As much as I love that game, you couldn't really tell if the monster was tired or not, so
Right.
you had to put a trap there and hope for the best. And this one, they let you know like, hey, the monster's target. You could capture him now. I was like, okay.
From what I remember, you just have to. It's a visual.
It's visual.
It's
Like if you see the
visual.
monster limping,
Like if
it's
he's out,
good.
you see him out of breath. You see him limping.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't any notification on screen, a UI telling you, "Hey,
Yeah.
he's tired." Yeah, but you said Rise does that. That's cool.
Yeah, they like put like a blue logo, basically letting you know that hey, he's good to get. You're good to capture him. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
cool. Well, you know me and the history of Monster Hunter, Manny.
Yeah, I know.
I gave it a shot. I gave it my damn. I gave it my all.
You did good.
40 hours into it, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. So no way. Hey, you did. Hey, you did better than other people I know. So
Yeah. No, you do know that the main reason I stuck around was with you, right? Like if
yeah,
was playing with you and Frankie, we were all playing. We were having a great time, but
the whole internet thing.
no, I just don't get it. My internet, I pay this amount of money for it, and I keep lagging out while other games, like for example, what was the game at the time? Black Ops? No, what year was it? 2018. Yeah, 2018. What was I playing? Black Ops 4. Yeah, that game ran great, and I had no issues. I had no lag. But with Monster Hunter, every time I play with you guys, I lag out all the time.
It was probably Monster Hunter, so no
It's
worries.
probably it just got so frustrated that I even had to call Spectrum, and they said, yeah, there's nothing wrong, and I'm just like, it's the fucking game. I can't do this. I put all this time into it, and I get screwed over in the end. I remember one time we were fighting Anjanath, the red T-Rex, the fire breathing T-Rex looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
We were like fighting him, and it dropped me like it kicked me out of the server, not the lobby or the server. I was still playing, but it essentially kicked me out from the what's it called, the session, and I was left all by myself dealing with this big ass dinosaur.
Yeah, Dan, I think that's like the most angriest I ever heard you.
Yeah, he was like very very angry that day, and I couldn't do it. I think I didn't even bother. I think I just quit after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. People are so hyped about Rise, and people are saying it's great, and I'm just like, yeah, but how's it online? I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah, the online is good for me, but that's for me though. I don't want to sit here and tell you that it's good and then the same
Yeah,
thing. So
you tricked me once.
hey, I didn't trick you. You gotta.
No, you convinced me. Like I was really interested in Monster Hunter World because I was watching Max play it, and I enjoy him. I enjoy watching him play. He has a lot of fun with it. I like watching him play, but now that was before I had got the game. But now that I've experienced that game and I have nothing but a bad taste, every time he plays the game, I'm just bored because I'm just like I don't want to see this game anymore. This game is triggering. Every time I hear Monster Hunter World, I get triggered.
Don't worry about it.
And
Like I said, I told you about the game. You played it and let the bad taste in your mouth. So I won't do it. So I won't mention it again.
I mean, if it makes you happy, you can always talk to me about it. Like because I'll remember some things about it.
Mm.
Yeah, but like if you want to tell me something that happened in Rise, yeah, you can tell me. I'm just not gonna.
No, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I played the fucking game, home.
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
I think that was Frankie at one point with Knights of the Old Republic. He's like, yeah, play KOTOR. And I'm like, cool.
Cool.
And I didn't like it. I haven't told him yet that I played it, and I just didn't like it.
Mm.
It's too old. It's very not. I'm not saying like it's jank because it's old. It might have been at the time really cool, like really good and very. I guess I don't know. Very fun, but for me, I'm not finding any fun in this. It was on sale for like $3. I gave it a shot, and I'm just like, yeah, this ain't for me, dog. And I returned it.
Well, you bought it for $3, so
yeah.
So yeah, it's not like you could say you spent an arm and a leg for it.
No. Plus, I don't think that game's super expensive physical. But that game's only on Xbox and PC. But that's the version I played was PC because I played on Steam. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't. I mean, because hear me out. I do like BioWare games. I like Dragon Age. I liked Mass Effect. I'm not into it, but I appreciate it. Like I like what it does. But Andromeda was just trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, okay, so this is when BioWare was good. Okay, let's just see what's good about it. No, I'm good. I didn't like it. But yeah, Whenever I don't know if he listens regularly, but next time he mentions KOTOR, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I tried it out and I like it." And also it's because of Star Wars. I was like, I thought about it when I bought it. I was like, dude, this is a Star Wars RPG. How bad could it be? Like, I think it'd be really cool. I'm just sitting here like lost as hell. Like, oh my god. Because like I'm gonna be honest. I'm a casual when it comes to Star Wars. Like, I'll go as far as like I watched all the movies, all but one. I haven't seen Solo yet, and I hear people say it's really good.
It was a pretty good movie. Actually, I'm a more than casual fan. I know
Mm-hmm.
my stuff, but there's people who like my brother-in-law Aaron. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
him. He reads the books.
Right, the extended universe, I think it's called.
Yeah, like he read like every single book. Now that's a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, just like me and Dragon Ball. Like, I read the manga, I watched the entire anime multiple times. I owned a lot of the video games, along with all the Japanese only games. Like, I'm hardcore. I that just like how your what is it, your brother-in-law? Like, I'm the same way, but he's the same, but with Star Wars. Like, he'll read all the books and whatever. Me, I'll go as far as the movies and some of the games. I don't play every single game. I think so far my favorite games, I would say Jedi Fallen Order, because that was a good ass game.
That was a great game.
Battlefront 2, especially 2017. But I do have respect for the original Battlefront 2 from 2005, because I played that back in the day when Episode 3 was out. Shit was hype. I appreciate that game. That game was awesome. But Battlefront 2 2017, fucking awesome. And especially now, because they fixed the hell out of it. It runs great. It plays great. No lag. It's amazing.
It's like a completely different game.
It is, essentially. And they got rid of the loot boxes and everything. Like, dude, like this, I don't know. Let's just say every time I jump into that game, it's always a fun time. Always. I don't know if I ever showed you that clip where I played. Excuse me. I played the rocket trooper, the jet trooper.
Yeah, I think you showed it to me. I don't remember. I don't
Where
remember.
we just destroyed the other team. Like, it's like they didn't even try. It was so. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying it was so bad how the other team was performing that I clipped it and put it on YouTube just so you guys can see it. I'm not saying, oh my god, look at this horrible. No, I usually clip that kind of stuff and put it on YouTube so I can show you guys. But anyway, it was so horrible. I had to clip it and show you guys because describing it wouldn't do it justice. But I'm doing my best here, where we just annihilated them, where they didn't even bother with the objective. Like, I was the jet trooper for like the entire match, and we were killing them.
Damn.
Yeah, and I know, like, it's kind of it's how do you say, kind of wrong to have fun while the other team is suffering. But that means if you're having fun, but the other team is not, wouldn't you have fun while everyone's having fun?
Mm-hmm.
So, part of me, when things like that happen, especially when I've been playing Black Ops Cold War, I don't have fun when I'm getting my ass kicked, but the other team's they're having fun because they're kicking our asses. I think it's a problem that developers tackle every day. How do you balance this shit?
Well, there's always going to be that one person who could just expose it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's where the skill-based matchmaking comes in. That means you'll be matched with people that are of your skill, but people, there are some people that are not I would say most people are not a fan of. Me, I mean, honestly, people are complaining over the skill-based matchmaking in Black Ops. I'm over here like, I don't even notice anything. Like, I do good every match, and I'm not bragging. Like, I do good. I do shit. I do work. I help the team out. I play the objective. But, like, I mean, yeah, there are matches where I get my ass kicked, so I guess the skill-based matchmaking is working. Some people are getting matched with, and they kick my ass or whatever. It's like, I don't know. I thought people were just riled up over nothing, but I can see where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, like, the scenario, I think the ideal scenario about that, why it's a bad thing, is that let's say you got Joe. Imaginary Joe. Let's say he works 9 to 5, right? He works an office job, like a really labor intensive. Like, you know, he works a lot, 9 to 5 every day. And Joe, what he likes to do, he likes to relax. He likes to play video games. His favorite game is Call of Duty. He pops in Call of Duty. He expects to just chill and have a good match. No, every match is a fight for his fucking life because of the skill-based matchmaking. And so it stresses him out, and the game's not fun anymore. He stops playing. Yeah, I think that's the ideal scenario because there are people out there that don't have that much time to invest into the game to get good. And when those people who invest their time and they get good, they take advantage of the people who only play on like Saturday, you know?
Yeah, who only play casually, like someone like me.
Mm-hmm. Who you know, and they get the game, they receive the game for Christmas. Those kind of people, like it's like, oh, I heard you like Call of Duty. Here's the new one. Oh, thanks, man. Those kind of people. Yeah, but like I still have fun with Black Ops Cold War, even though I recognize the people that just suck so bad, and I'm just like, yeah, headshot, boom, headshot. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I'm that guy. I'm always in there in that little corner. I was like, oh, boom.
You're a camper.
Yep. I mean, hey, when it's strategic, it's not camping. Okay. Okay, it is camping.
That's what the camper would say, Gian.
It's strategic. Strategically camping. It's not camping for the sake of camping. Anyway, enough about Call of Duty.
But
you say you haven't been playing
Taken, and then to all my Kingdom Hearts fans, I finally bought the game.
You mean the games, not the game?
Well, I meant the game. I bought the Kingdom Hearts collection, so yes, I will be playing it soon.
The all-in-one package, I think it's called.
Yeah, man, it was only $30. I had to get it.
Dude, that's honestly a great deal. Like, you get like 10 games for $30. Like,
this girl at my job, when I told her, I said, "You and my best friend finally convinced me." She looked at me like, "Convinced you what?" Oh, holy shit! You actually got it?
Yeah, you showed the picture of the collection.
I said, "Yeah." Like, what the fuck? It's only $30. I said, "Yeah." Damn. I think this is something. I think this is God telling you, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Don't put God into this. It ain't that serious.
Hey, maybe it is.
Even Danny looked at her like, really? Did you have to put the Lord in it?
Danny was present during that conversation.
Yeah, I was like, no, I didn't even know who you were there. I was just like, the hell did you come from?
Wow.
I was like, yeah, don't put what? Wait, hold on, time out. How long have you been standing here? And he just busted out laughing.
Danny's like Drax, from Guardians of the Galaxy. If he just stays still, he's invisible.
This is true.
Yeah, he just eats a bag of chips and says, "We can still see you."
Well, in Danny's case, it's Reese's Cups.
Exactly, Reese's Cups.
Just get Danny like a bag of Reese's Cups. They'll like stay silent. Here you go.
You cannot separate that man with Reese's Cups.
No, you cannot. Or you could just make his day just by getting him one. I know I did that today.
Literally, like, the man should be sponsored.
You should. Like, I went to go get something from the vending machine. Reese's Cup fell. I was like, I'm giving this to Danny.
Oh,
said, here you go.
Absolutely. If that ever happened, I don't want it.
Did you buy this for me? He said, no, I went to go get something. I accidentally fell, so you were the first one I thought of. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I remember one time, it was for a wrestling pay-per-view. You were there. I went to the dollar store and I bought a shitload of Reese's Cups. I bought a shitload for everybody, but I gave a whole bunch to Danny. Like, I was like, Danny, I got this for you. Like, it was just because it was a dollar store. It was like a pack of like 4, I think. And I just bought like multiple packs, and I was like, here you go, everybody, here you go. But I looked at Danny, like, this is for you. Like, it was a big Reese's Cup, like just lay it down. It was like the big Christmas tree one. Like, it's a huge, I don't know. I think it's like 6 inches long, something like that. Like, I just gave it to him.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, this is for you, man. Just put it on the table.
But,
yeah. I don't remember what pay-per-view that was. That might have been Survivor Series. Anyway, Manny, you say you've been playing Monster Hunter Rise, Tekken.
I started, for some reason, I was playing Guilty Gear Strive. No, not Strive, the one that came before it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait,
Revelator.
It's out? It would have been out by then, right?
Yeah. It would have came out next, it was supposed to come out next week, but...
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Or was it supposed to be out if you had the deluxe edition? Or was it next week regardless?
It was next week regardless.
Okay, because I remember the deluxe edition gives you the game early for like what 3 days.
Yeah, but I think accidentally revealed that we're getting a second beta test.
Oh, we're getting a second beta. Okay.
Yeah, that supposedly they basically like when they were telling you like what's going on, like the game reveals
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. I think they accidentally like revealed that they're doing like a second one. I was like, okay, I'm not complaining.
Okay.
Then give
Well,
me let
that's
me
good.
play some more Strive.
I mean, yeah, it's good. Keep testing.
Yeah, they're saying that all the characters are gonna be in this one now, even the
Okay.
two announced ones. Okay,
Okay.
nice. I get to test my girl. I know.
Yeah, or I know, whatever. How do you pronounce it?
I'm probably gonna get cursed out in the comment. It's Eno.
Yeah. I know. When you said I know, I was like, wait. Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's Eno, you moron. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to Guilty Gear story.
I know.
Quotation mark.
Who plays Guilty Gear for the story?
You'd be quite surprised. The last time I even attempting to try and see what Guilty Gear story was about, I was like,
Last time I
what?
played XR, I played the story for shits and giggles. I just ran out of the room crying.
Huh?
It's like, no.
No. What have I done?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like that clip from SpongeBob. My eyes! My ears! My eyes! Yeah, but I have no faith of Strive being any better, but it's only for the gameplay, honestly.
Yeah. And the music, of course.
Oh,
Because the music makes you want to like get up and punch somebody in the face.
Yeah, especially with what's his name, that big guy, Poketen, Polten, whatever his name is. I think he has.
The guy who could take your health away in one damn throw.
Yep. Whatever his name is, I think he has one of the best themes in the whole game for Strive.
That's true.
And I stand by that. Anyway, from what I've been playing, just playing a little more Persona 5 Strikers, just getting through it, man. I'm already in the second jail. I'm already in there. I got out of it to recover, SP and get more supplies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not used to shit. The day doesn't pass just like the original game. So I'm just like, whatever. I just have to put up with it because I feel like that's gonna spoil me. So whenever I do feel like playing, Persona 5 Royal again, it's gonna
be like, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, or unless they put it on Switch. If they put P5 Royal on Switch,
Mm-hmm.
That game came out a couple days ago, a year ago. Like a year ago, or a couple days ago was the 1 year anniversary of P5 Royal's release day, and it hit me like, holy shit! It came out a year ago.
I think it was yesterday because I seen the post yesterday. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I think it came out on the 30th or the 31st. The game itself.
I think it was the 30th.
The 30th, yeah, it sounds about right. Man, all I can say, like, that game, honestly, it came at the worst time, but at the best time at the same time, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying.
Like, it came out early in the year, or, obviously March 2020, shit hit the fan really bad with, with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What was Wrestle Talks? Their version of COVID was Steve Carino virus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came out during all that, like the lockdown, quarantine, whatever. I said to myself, like, yeah, I want to get this, but I have to know, or I have to see where I stand. Not where I stand financially, but where I stand mentally after Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was out in like literally 2 weeks from when Royal was coming out. Royal came out like 2 weeks before FF7. I'm just like, that's not gonna work. Because I really wanted to get Royal, but I was just like, fuck, that's not gonna work. 2 weeks, no. 2 weeks in Persona is like nothing. You get nothing done. If you're busy, because I was still in school. Like, but and right in the cusp of getting the game finished, like the game I was working on at the time. And I said, nah, man, because Persona is such a huge investment of time. I said, I'll wait it out. Like, I'll play Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'll see where I'm at, and then I'll get it from there. And that's exactly what I did. As soon as I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake, literally the day after, I bought Persona 5 Royal. I said, fuck it, because that's when the first stimmy check hit. I almost said good times, but that's not really good times. I said, good times. But wait, those were not good times.
I mean, they work because you got Royale.
Oh, yeah, it was a great... Dude, when I got the game finally, holy shit, man. I just want to delete my memory and go through that game again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That game was so good. You still haven't beat it, have you?
La 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 la.
We're gonna have to talk, Manny. I know you're guaranteed since you told me that you did all the requirements except for one. I was really scared.
Yeah,
for you.
but I got YouTube for that. So
yeah, exactly. What the extra thing I asked you to do was to 100% the social link, the confidant for Akechi, because if you do that, you get like extra conversations with him in the end, and you get the true ending, and that's it.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to do it by that time.
That's if you care. That's if you really want the true ending. But you know, you can always go on YouTube. But if you wanted the extra content, the gameplay, you know, the meat and potatoes, the gameplay, all you had to do was, I think all you had to do was 100% Maruki, the school counselor.
Yeah, I did that one.
And I think Kasumi. I think you had to 100% her as well.
Yeah, because the main point of me playing Royale now is just trying to get Kasumi as mine.
Yeah, you'll get a chance. Once you're into that new semester, you have that chance.
Yeah, because Kasumi, like, a transformation was like something out of Sailor Moon. Like,
yeah, it was something out of Sailor Moon. She's an amazing character, man. I honestly, like...
I'm actually kind of annoyed. You'll probably feel my resentment, too. I'm actually kind of pissed off she's now in Strikers. But
oh, yeah.
I understand why, though, so...
Yeah, because I think Strikers was being made before Royal...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's... I mean, I don't follow... I mean, yeah, I follow the news of Persona and stuff like that, but... excuse me. I didn't follow, or I don't know the timeline of when Strikers was being developed, you know, planned and developed, and then when was Royal developed? Because, like, Royal, all it is just Persona 5, right? It's the original game tweaked with, you know, quality of life updates and obviously the new content, the new semester.
Oh, well, Strikers? Are you talking about Strikers? Or yeah, okay. If it's Strikers, they're saying that it's technically a sequel.
No. What I'm saying is, like, P5 Striker is a sequel. It takes place after Persona 5. But I'm saying development time of Royal, I was just saying it's just the same game with quality of life updates and extra content, you know, the new semester. Well, I'm saying the budget might not have been that big because it's just, well, you're just updating the game at that point, and adding new cutscenes and whatever. For what I'm trying to say is, like, what was being developed first? Like, was Strikers developed first, and then they were like, oh, let's make Royal or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Because if Royal was being made first, then Strikers would have been like, hey, let's include Kasumi or whatever. Or it was a conscious decision not to do it because they were thinking, okay, realistically, do we know if a lot of people are gonna play Royal? Like, let's just play it safe and don't include her, you know, because people are gonna be like, who is she?
Where the hell did she come from?
Exactly, because, like, and I mean no insult to him, but Frankie, he told me he had, like, there's no chance that he'll play Royal. Like,
but we'll give Frankie the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
he's married now.
Right. No, but I'm saying, like, because he says, like, because when he played the original, and when he said, man, that was a great game, but that was a huge time investment, and I told him, yeah, are you gonna play Royal? He's like, probably not. Because like, oh, because he asked me, can you skip to the new content? No, you have to beat the game again. He's like, nah, then I'm good.
Yeah,
because he's not wrong. It's not. He ain't wrong. It's a huge time investment, but like I said, that game came out at a good time, but it's also a bad time. At the time, I wasn't working, so I played Persona 5 Royal, and it dawned on me that you have to be unemployed to play this game because it's just so much. But anyway. What were you saying, Manny? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, I agree. I don't blame him. Now I really don't blame him, considering, you know, he's married now, right. And I don't know. And I always joke with him about this, and I'm not trying to give his wife a reason to hate me. Like I would go tell his wife, "Hey, Manny recommended I play this Royale game." So and he just stuck on it. His wife comes to my job. Oh, hey Becky, how are you? Oh shit.
Slaps the shit out of you.
Yeah, I never been snapped by a Brazilian woman before, and I don't plan on making it happen anytime soon. So,
Wow. All right. You want to get straight into it, Manny?
Lego.
Okay, cool. So last week we talked about that there was a report that the PlayStation Store on PS3 and the PSP and the Vita was closing down. And it looks like it was all true. You know, everyone was thinking, oh, you know, that website has no reputation. Like, it was like a website that no one's even heard of. And they were just saying, oh, you know, that they were reporting it. And people were just like, I mean, we can see it happen, but I don't know. Let's just wait on Sony. And then Sony, literally a week later, yeah, it's true. We're closing down the store. And people looked at the website. They're like, I think they're called The Gamer, which is like such a bad / kind of a good name for a website. They all looked at that website and they're like, oh shit, they were telling the truth. But yeah, they said it's official, man. I have the page right here. They said we're closing the PlayStation Store on PlayStation 3 consoles on July 2nd, 2021. So July 2nd, 2021, they're going to close the PlayStation Store on the PlayStation 3. And after that, you cannot buy any more games or any type of content through that store. And there's just no at the moment there's just no way to preserve these games, which is the whole reason why I'm upset about this. And they go on to say PlayStation Vita devices on August 27th, 2021. Additionally, the remaining purchase functionality for PSP will also retire on July 2nd. So pretty much saying, yeah, but the Vita store is closing later. I don't know why, for some reason. I think it's just maybe that because there are games still coming out for the Vita. I don't know if you knew that. Like, that's shocking to me, at least. But PSP, I thought PSP was closed a long time ago. I didn't know that.
So did I.
Like, Vita makes sense because Vita, you could play, you know, PSOne games, PSP games, and obviously Vita games. PS3, I mean, how long has it been? 14 years, 15 years since this console came out, and the store is still up? Like, shit, dude. And you'll be surprised how many people still play on that console because the online service is free. You know, like if you just play Call of Duty, you could still play that game free. Like if you want to play Modern Warfare 2, if it's not a hacked lobby, or Black Ops 2. I don't remember if Black Ops 2 was all hacked out. Black Ops 1, yes. Modern Warfare 2, definitely. COD 4, oh hell yeah. Modern Warfare 3, probably. Definitely, probably, yeah, definitely. But anyway, so what do you make of this, Manny? They're closing down the PlayStation Store on these consoles.
They're basically getting rid of a lot of my childhood.
Okay. Yeah, because
So now, if you want to get these games, like you said last week, homie, you better have some money on you.
Yeah, because the coolest thing about PlayStation 3 is that you could play PS1 and PS2 games digitally. Like, you can download PS1, PS2 games off the PlayStation Store. And they're just pretty much taking that away. But here's the thing. If you already bought these games, and they said you could still re-download them. So that's not going away. Like, let's say you bought Breath of Fire 4. Just a random example. I don't know if you played that game, Breath of Fire 4.
Not that one, but I play.
You got played a Breath of Fire game?
This one.
So let's say you bought it. You forgot you owned it, or you just deleted it to make some space for another game. But you could still download it. After July 2nd, you could still re-download it off your download list, which is really easy to access. Which is a really good thing. But that doesn't still solve the problem of preserving the other games. Like, for example, let's say you wanted to buy this obscure anime game for $40, right? It'll never budge in price, but it's gone forever. You know. I don't know, man. Every time I hear about PlayStation Store closing, it upsets me even more every second because like they are just refusing to acknowledge, preserving these games. Because what I think they should do is just combine everything. Hell, put it on PS5 just so you can have, or I don't know, just combine the stores of PS3, PS4, and PS. Because they already did this on PS5 where they combined the stores of 4 and 5. You can buy both things because PS5 is backwards compatible. But why not just combine everything, right? And you could still buy these old games, but you could and since the store is closed on PS3, but you still have access to the download list, just do it that way.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah, I think honestly, I feel like they are. I think they're thinking about doing that. Like I think that's the goal. Like, yeah, I understand closing the store on PS3 because that thing is just ancient and it is just horrible, laggy, just terrible to go through. Like, quite honestly, like I went on it earlier today, and I just reminded myself to turn on the PlayStation 3. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You can hear the beep.
Yep.
Because I'm turning it on just so we can take a look at the PlayStation Store. I should have done this earlier. God damn it. Like later on, we're gonna take a look at. We're going to take a look at all the PS1 and PS2 games they have, and we're going to go through, not each one, but the ones that are worth downloading, because that's part of the, it says here on my notes, we're going to go through some games that are worth downloading right now before it closes. But what was I saying, Manny? That they should combine all these stores into one storefront. You can buy everything, and then if you still have your consoles, you can just go through the download list. But why not just make, or like through a patch or an update, why don't you just make PS5 backwards compatible with PS1, 2, 3, and 4? Not 4, but PS1, 2, and 3. Because I feel like that's the goal. Through emulation. I don't know if you heard about that there was a patent about it.
I heard about that too.
Honestly, man, I wish that was the goal. That to make to through an update or something, because like the Xbox One did it, with 360 games and original Xbox games, like through an update or whatever, like they enabled backwards compatibility. There it is. Anyway, because like honestly, could you imagine, Manny, the PS5 running PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 games, and obviously PS5 games all in one machine? That's the ultimate PlayStation. And that honestly justifies the $500 price tag. Like you have 5 different generations of PlayStation on their one machine. Whether or not, it's through the system itself, like system on a chip, which that won't happen because they would just make the console like $2,000. But through emulation, decent, good emulation, it can. I think I feel like that would be the way to go. And plus the patent says something about trophies. Like
then you could get trophies playing those games.
Yeah, like could you imagine getting trophies on fucking Toomba? Remember
Final Fantasy 7, the trophy could be you getting a nice on the round.
Well, I mean, if you play the PS4 version of Final Fantasy 7 original, there are trophies.
Oh, okay.
So, but they could still add trophies on the original if they wanted to, but just, the PS4 version has it.
Oh, okay. Forget it then.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think there is a trophy for getting Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah, they should be. You had to freaking do 1,000 things just to even have a chance of getting it. But
honestly, I wish I could. Shit. It's just, it involves turning on the PS5, and that's just, I have too many machines turned on. Right? I mean, I could, but it's live. I could go and see if I'm pretty sure I have it, because I have that summon. And that sounds about right that it is a trophy, because I remember you told me, yeah, you should get that summon. I was like, yeah, I'll get it. And I did get it. I have it.
Yeah, it's like the most OP summon ever, but it also helps you a lot in the final boss.
But yeah. Like I was saying, Manny, I know you're a PlayStation fan, right? But do you think that the PS5 being able to do PS1, PS2, and 3 would that entice you even more to get the PS5? Like make you more more like it would hurry you up. Like it would be like, oh, I gotta get it now. Like I gotta get it as
Yeah,
because I know
definitely.
because I know now you're always like, yeah, I want to get it, but like
Now it's gonna make me even more motivated to buy one.
exactly, you took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, because I don't know if I told you, but my friends Jason and Gabe, shout out to them. They were on the holiday special a couple months ago. They bought their both of them got their PS5s at the same time.
What? Holy
Yep.
shit, that's a miracle.
Yeah, because
I hope
Walmart.
they counted their blessings that day.
Yeah, Walmart got like a random restock, and I told them about it because we're in the group chat. I told them about it, and they're like, "Fellas, Walmart has their stock up. Good luck, get in there." Because this is when their tax returns came in,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Fuck it," and they bought it, and it did. It went through, and it got delivered in the next like week.
Damn.
Yeah, because the fear is that it was a pre-order, meaning it won't be here till like late April or early May or something like that. No, but it looks like they figured it out and the logistics of it, and they got it shipped to their house by like a week. And they both of them got it at the same time. Like they both got it on the same day, I should say.
Damn. Yeah.
And it was awesome. Like, I was getting pictures like, "Yo, I got it in" or whatever. It's like, so you're the person that gets their packages first because it was in the morning. Through like UPS or something, because when it comes to UPS at my house, I get it about like 5 p.m. You know, like late in the afternoon, and I'm just like, dude, who gets their packages like first thing in the morning? Like I want to meet that person, and I think it was Gabe that was that person. He's like, hey, came in this morning, and I'm like, I was like, damn, so you're that person. Because I really wish I got my PS5 in the morning. I got mine at like 5 p.m. launch day.
I prefer to get my things at 5 p.m. when people are home.
Exactly, yeah. Oh man, could you imagine? Because what? Oh, it's FedEx. FedEx is the one that if you don't answer, I think they leave or like they don't even drop your package off or something like that.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
they just don't care. They just drop your shit.
Yeah.
Just throw your PS5. I'll beat somebody's ass if they ever do that.
It was UPS that did this. It was back when Kingdom Hearts 2.8 came out, and I have ordered the limited edition of it. I didn't know the limited edition was going to be like in cardboard, like in a box or whatever, and it was smushed all to hell.
You're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it was like a dog chewed it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, it's like they didn't take care of this. Like, and the game disc was loose and a sealed copy. I was pissed.
Oh, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, because it was a $60 release. Like it was the 2.8 collection where it brought Dream Drop Distance and 0.2 Birth by Sleep and shit, man. I was pissed. And I said, nope, I'll never buy a game from Amazon or a new one, I should say, like a new release, a pre-order. Because the main reason I bought it from Amazon was because at the time they offered a 20% discount if you pre-ordered through them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I discovered, well, this pre-order bonus ain't shit if they can't protect it. And the game was fine. Like, there's no cracks on it. It installed fine. It plays fine. But the case, like the box, I'm ashamed to display it. It's smushed. I felt awful. Like, I was pissed. And that's why I was just hesitant buying new games from Amazon. Like, I'd rather just go to a store. Or if the store, like, just like how 2020 proved to us, the store won't always be open.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta buy a digital, and I had no problem buying digital because that was my only option to buy that game. But I eventually bought a physical copy later. Now I have 2 copies of FF7 Remake, and I have no shame in that. I have no shame. Anyway, Manny. Yep, we talked about PS Store officially closing. We're upset about it. Do you want to go through the best games to download before the PlayStation Store closes?
Yes.
And we can talk about why this game and why is it important and stuff like that. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. Shout out to people who know what that's from.
Brownie points to whoever know where that's from.
Yeah. I'm guessing the people that listen to our show are about our age, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me do this first. We're gonna do things a little different. I'm gonna take my mic. I'm gonna have it next to me. Okay. All right, cool. Alrighty. Do I sound weird? We're doing this live. I'm moving away. All right, cool.
You sound good.
All right, cool. So let's see. I'm on the PlayStation Store right now, and my eyes are bleeding.
That bad?
Yeah, it's that bad. Holy shit. So slow. Okay. Top classic. So we're going to look at first the PS1 games and the PS2 games. So according to the store, it says these are the top classics, like the most downloaded PlayStation Classic games the past week. But who knows how long this has been updated? You know, this could have been like 6 years ago. But anyway, let me ask you something. Do you want to go through each one, or the ones that I have listed, or the ones that I think are important?
The one that you think are important.
Okay.
You go through each one, you're gonna be here all day.
Yeah, because there's 100 games here.
yeah. Let's just go through the ones you think are important.
Okay, so let's see. Let's start with this one, Legend of Dragoon. Manny, why do you think why do people should download Legend of Dragoon?
It's a very underrated RPG. One of the more underrated ones. Like, period.
Yeah, I heard someone say that because it's published by Sony, at least I think.
Yeah.
That it's like people are saying, dude, Legend of Dragoon is like Sony's most neglected IP. Like they like choose nothing. They choose to do nothing with it.
Yeah, and everybody's been like asking for a remake for like years now.
Yeah, didn't there was someone who worked on the game said like he's very interested in a remake.
Yeah, I forgot who though, but there's actually
the name is
there's actually like freaking what are those things called? Signatures to get that game remade.
Oh, the petition.
Petition out to get that game remade. That alone should tell you right there.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, and I'm looking at the game's value on price charting. Just because I'm gonna factor in how much these games are worth, because you know me, Manny. I'm all about physical copies. You know that, right? I'm all about a physical copy of games when possible, but there are just some points where it's not feasible. You know, if you have money, go for it. But if you're on a budget,
no, it ain't worth it.
Exactly, because just as a quick, just using Legend of Dragoon, the game complete goes for around $48, and with price charting, that's like the average. And I think it uses eBay. I think mostly eBay. Of like the average price of what it goes for. Like, you know, it says for loose, complete, brand new, graded, which means like sealed and then sent out to I don't remember the name of the company, but you send it out to this company and they grade the condition of it. But anyway, because a lot of these games on the PlayStation Store are like $6. Like that's pretty good. Like $6, that's pretty decent price for a digital version of like a classic PS1 game. But anyway, Legend of Dragoon, like I said, Legend of Dragoon's like $48, and like I said, that's a physical copy. Would you rather pay $6 to just experience the game, you know, digitally? You know, it's gonna be the same experience.
Yeah,
and
I'd rather pay that $6.
Like exactly, and also because the PlayStation Store is gonna be closing. Just download all these expensive. That's like the biggest tip, like the biggest advice. That's the purpose of this topic. Buy the games that are just way too expensive. Like for example, Toomba. Toomba is, I think brand new is like $300. A complete copy goes for like $130, $140, something like that. It's really, really expensive. And just Legend of Dragoon, I think it's a really good example because, like, yeah, you know, it's roughly $48 to $50. If you have that money, go ahead, spend it. It's and you say it's a good game. I never played it.
Or Dragoon.
Yeah, Legend of
Yeah,
Dragoon. Yeah.
you like it. The story's awesome. The story's like the best part of the game.
Yeah, because like, but let's say I'm in a situation where, like I don't know, like I could use the $50 somewhere else. You know what I mean to buy grocery. You know what I mean, right? Like I don't have
Yeah.
$50. Because like, but you can spend the 60. Yeah, it's just like I think this is the way to do it for these really really expensive games. Because like I said, Toomba, it's like a $150 game. Anyway, where's my controller? Going through this ancient ass store. Another good one, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. How do you feel about that one?
Yes. Yes. Buy it. It's like the best Castlevania game. Next to Castlevania 4. Super
Yeah,
Castlevania
Super
4.
Castlevania 4. Yeah, that game I think last time I checked was like $70. Definitely, I think that's one game to definitely get off the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, but also that game just also recently came out again too, and it actually came out with like another Castlevania game that's
That's
hard
right.
to get.
That's right.
So
So in a way, you don't have
get it, but don't get it. But it's not the end of the world if you can't get it.
right, because this is more if you want the original game, because this is the original PS1 game.
Yeah.
Albeit, right, it's like emulated through PS3, right? Because I think the version that's on those compilation titles, I don't know what's different about it. I don't know which, because I know this is also on Xbox, like on Xbox Live Arcade, on like the 360, Xbox One. I'm pretty sure it's the 360. And it's dirt cheap. I think I saw it go for like $2, $3, $5 one time. But like on here, it's like $6. I think it's like $6. But I'm saying if you want the original experience, that's the way to go. But like you said, like you brought up, Manny, it's not like super important to get it. Anyway, moving on. Final Fantasy VII, I'd say that's a yes for me.
Yeah. Next, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to explain about that one, but really quick, the game's like really going up in price right now. Like it was literally really cheap around this time 2 years ago. Like it was like, because there was a time, Manny, this game was worth $130 for some reason. Well, the reason is because it's Final Fantasy VII. But there was a time it just dropped to like $20 at one point, and everyone was like, "Oh, finally, it's affordable," because it's a good game. But now it's looking like it's climbing back up, and it's not looking good. So I would say, yeah, get FF7. Really quick, Manny, how would you feel about the Resident Evil trilogy on PS1?
I'll feel good. I'll say get it if you want the original one.
I think, yeah, because
If you want to see how the major differences between Resident Evil 2, the remake, and the Resident Evil 2
Right.
for PS1, get it.
I was also going to say that you could play these games also on GameCube, but those versions are super expensive.
Yeah, good luck trying to get those.
Yeah, and obviously they have remakes, right? Especially especially Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Like you have RE1 remake that was the GameCube version, and then they ported it over to PS4 and Xbox. I mean, but if you want to play the original, well, there you go. Resident Evil 2, the original, you have it on PS1 on here on the PS1 Classics, and you can also play it on GameCube. But do you have deep pockets? Do you have a lot of money? That's one way to play it. Same with Resident Evil 3. I know you're not a fan of this one, Manny, but Mega Man Legends.
I think you should get it. I may not be a fan of it, but it is going to be valuable.
Exactly. Like I think, I'm not near a computer at the moment. I'm actually in the middle of my office, looking at the TV on with the PlayStation Store. And my eyes are bleeding as I'm looking at it. But Mega Man Legends, last time I checked, it's really really expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they're charging 10, which is a little more than they usually charge, because like I said, they usually charge $6. But I think it's definitely worth to pick up, because not because I mean say what you will, I think a lot of people don't like Mega Man Legends, and there are some people that like it because they grew up with it and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, like, if you want to preserve these games, like, let me ask you something. Let's say all of a sudden you're interested in playing this game. How are you gonna play it? Do you have hundreds of dollars in your pocket to spend on this game? If you just get it now. You know what I mean? Just buy it now. I'd say Mega Man Legends. Ah, Manny, how could I forget? I think honestly, I think this might be your number one pick, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Xenogears.
Yes.
Explain to the people why they should pick up Xenogears.
It's, in my opinion, one of the most underrated RPGs ever. Okay, it has an amazing story. Just watch it. It's extremely political. Like, I just realized this like a couple months ago. But don't take it from me. But yeah, get it. And yeah, to say this game is going up in prices is an understatement.
Yeah, I think it went up to how much? How much did you say you saw it for?
I think I saw it for like 200 one time.
Oh, 200. Like what? Like brand new?
No, not brand new. No, yeah, brand new. But I think it's like around like 100 to like 150.
You know what? Let's take a look.
Yeah, just take a look.
Let's take a look. I have it up. I'm holding the mic like I'm cutting a promo.
Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb. No, I don't want to drop my mic.
No.
Let's see. Xenogears.
That's something else.
Xenogears. Complete, you're looking at $137.
Yeah. Yeah, if I were you, yeah, get Xenogears.
Yeah, so
you won't regret it.
You heard Manny. Xenogears, good ass game. If you want to play it, get it now on PlayStation Store.
Yeah, get it now.
And honestly, you don't need a PS3. If you have a PSP or a Vita, that works too, because you can still play these PSOne games on the Vita and the PSP. So, but I feel like the PS3 would be the best way, because obviously you're playing on a TV, and you have a controller, and if obviously you have an HD TV, it'll be the game looking its best.
But yeah, definitely get Xenogears. That's like, the moment you see that game, just buy it. I don't care if you don't play it. Just get it.
About that $200 comment, Manny, it says here $173 for brand new.
Yeah.
So you might
I wasn't far off.
You weren't far off. Maybe it dropped. I don't know. Let me see. It didn't say it was dropped, but maybe somebody was being stupid and was asking $200.
Yeah, I was looking at it on eBay, so that's why.
Yeah. There's always that one asshole who wants to charge way more than it's worth. Okay. How about Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yes. Hell yes.
I don't think that game's super expensive.
But it's not super expensive though.
Right.
But,
so if it's a game that can be easily purchased, like you could find it easily, and it's not that expensive, I
might play eBay for like $20.
Right. But if you're that if you just want to keep it digital, I'm not saying I'm not against of people picking it up,
Yeah.
Because I know that game is very special to you.
It is. Without that game, I would have not found out what Fire Emblem was about. And you know how I feel about that game.
Fire Emblem always makes its way back into our podcast, Manny.
And it's going to stay that way, so get used to it.
Just like me and Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts will always come back into the conversation. So let me ask you something. I know they're two completely different games, but what is the better game to you? Is it Tactics or Xenogears?
In my opinion.
In your opinion.
I love you, but I gotta say Tactics.
Oh, wow. Wow, okay.
Because
I remember Hector, he was really into Xenogears.
He was. That's his favorite game ever.
Holy shit. Okay.
But I never personally played Xenogears. I just watched Hector play, and I loved what I saw.
Okay.
So I'm just saying from a personal experience.
So you have. So it's like so Xenogears is more of a nostalgic thing.
Yeah.
Because every time you think about that game, you remember the game, you get those warm, fuzzy feelings. And that's why you're attached to that game.
I used to watch Hector play the game like crazy. I used to see how into it he was.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kind of that's how Hector felt about when he used to see me playing Tactics. He saw how much into it I was.
Okay.
I already stated numerous times that the more I ever hear that they're remaking Tactics, I will cry.
Oh, man.
I'm not lying. I'll be at Gian. I'm fucking crying right now.
No, don't worry. I'll be there with you. I mean, I never played Tactics. I've always wanted to, but I'm just not into the Just like
Yeah.
I'm not a strategy guy. I'm not a strategy RPG kind of guy.
Yeah.
But given that it's
I
Final
know.
Fantasy, I'll give it a shot. I have the game. That's the funny thing. I have the game. Like I have
You
it.
just
Well, I have it loose, right? It's just I don't have a case for it.
mm.
But but I know that this game means a lot to you. But I'll give it a shot. Just like how I gave. Well, here's the thing. Frankie told me to go play Final Fantasy VIII, and I told him, yeah, I played it and I fell asleep. Like no joke, I fell asleep playing that game.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was pretty tired. I didn't fall asleep because the game was boring. I just because I was really tired. And I never picked it up
Okay.
since. I never picked it up since. Anyway, moving on.
No more.
How do we feel about Parasite Eve?
Is it underrated? It's an underrated horror game.
Okay. So definitely Parasite Eve.
If you want to try something different, that's not Resident Evil. Basically, a Square Enix's version of Resident Evil.
It is essentially Square's Resident Evil.
Yeah, like it's a good game that adds some RPG elements. Like I love the Parasite Eve series.
Yeah, because I think Parasite Eve 1 and 2 are on here too. So.
Because I think I overheard. I forgot what game. But I know someone actually did say that he wants to bring back the Parasite Eve series in a remake too.
Yeah, I recall someone who worked on that game saying that he's interested in remaking it.
Yeah, that will coach my brother-in-law, and I'm really hoping this isn't true because it's going to be even more of a confused mess than the game was. Because supposedly this guy who worked on the remake, I forgot his damn name already, that he wants to bring it back. He said, no, keep him away from there.
Oh, Nomura?
Yeah, I would please keep him away from that game. He's going to make that game more confused.
He's going to put his devil magic into Parasite.
And my brain's going to melt even more. So what the fuck?
Yeah, your brain's probably, dude. Once he gets his hands on it, our brains are going to suffer.
I hear Nomura signs. Oh shit.
Hey, but how do you really quick? How do you feel what he did with Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I think he did good. I mean, I admit the ending confused me, but it wasn't it didn't melt my brain or anything. But you could see that it was Nomura side.
Do you think it was him, but through a filter?
Yes.
Definitely, because if he worked his magic,
I wanted to bet any type of money that he wanted to do more, but Square probably told, yo, dude, chill the fuck out, homie.
Did I tell you the time that I think he barged into the offices of the higher ups of Square Enix and said that at the time, this was before Final Fantasy 15 came out. He barged in and said, "Hey, the next Final Fantasy should be a musical."
What? No. Huh?
There was a report, I think someone that he legit said to Square, "Let's make the next Final Fantasy a musical." and I think the conversation was that the higher up looked at each other like this man was on drugs.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I think it inspired, and I think because he was working on Final Fantasy Versus 13 at the time, I think of this incident, and I think this was their decision or this was their reason why they kicked him out of that project, and they gave it to Hajime Tabata, and they rebranded it as Final Fantasy 15.
And they probably say this, no, we can't have this guy working on this no more. He needs to leave.
But then he worked on Final Fantasy 7 Remake, so I guess there's no hard feelings. I don't know.
I mean, technically, there was a part that was supposed to be a musical in the remake, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he got his wish.
Yeah, I mean, he technically got his wish, but
right.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
fucking musical. What the hell?
Yeah, he barged into the office. He's like, "Hey, Final Fantasy 15 at the time. Final Fantasy 15 should be a musical." It cracks me up every time I hear it's is that something he would fucking do?
Yeah, I can imagine me reading that someone on Facebook. Nomura-san gets kicked out of office for suggesting Final Fantasy should be a musical.
Yeah.
What?
I will send you. It was a video. I'll send you the video of. It's like a little mini documentary about the history of Final Fantasy 15 because obviously that game took forever to come out, and so obviously there was a story to follow regarding the game's development. It was a really good video, very informative, and it was that video that showed that I discovered, that I learned that was what Nomura wanted to do with what then was Final Fantasy 15. Which when I saw it, when I heard and saw it, when the narrator was talking about it, I was like, what? Like, I was just laughing. Anyway, let's pick a game that I think, and I'm just skipping over a bunch of games because, like you said, you don't want to be here. We don't want to be here all night. Just quick. Okay. Suikoden 2. I think that's an easy decision to make.
Yes, because that game. Whew.
Yeah.
Gian, you want to be the one to tell me?
Yeah. I want to be accurate with this because, given the nature of these prices, because look, we were talking about this before we start recording. As I move some wires, I'm really sorry. I don't know how this is all gonna sound. How do you spell that again? There we go. Suikoden. Suiko.
S-U-I.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so. Wow. Oh, man. Look at that price. Look at that price. Really simple, easy decision. If you really want to play Suikoden 2, now is the time to pick it up. Because the game, I think it's like $10, right? But would you rather pay $10 or $340 for a complete physical copy?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. Do you know why it's that expensive, Manny?
Honestly, because they don't make they don't make Suikoden games no more.
Well, that's not the biggest reason. From what I remember, the reason why this game is so rare or very expensive is that there's not that many copies out there of this game, because this game came out very late into the PS1's life cycle.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
what my brother
and so there's not that many copies out there, and that's why it fetches a very high price.
Oh, you want to know something? I'm looking at price charting myself.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how much the PAL version costs?
What, the European version of Suikoden 2?
Yeah, $497.72.
Jesus, the Europeans want to play this game too.
Yeah.
I mean, Suikoden 2, I picked this up years ago because this was during a time when I really got into collecting, and I heard about Suikoden 2, and people say, oh, it's a great game, oh, but it's so expensive, and I'm like, oh, why is it so expensive? Then I found out at the time, oh, they didn't make that many copies of it, and then it was announced, hey, it's coming to the PlayStation Store, because this game, I'm going to click on it. This thing is so slow, man. This game, as I see, this game, like this version of the game, came out on December 9th. See, I don't know if it's reversed. It could be either December 9th or September 12th. So I'm just going to say 2014. So this game, obviously, it came out a year after like PS4. Like, they were still adding PS1 games even in 2014, because this was, I think Suikoden 2 was like one of the most requested games to be on the PlayStation Store, because this game is just way too expensive to buy physically. So they were just like, well, let's put the digital version on the PS Store, because there's a lot of demand for this game. But now with the PlayStation Store closing, how else are you going to buy this game if you want to play it, other than pirating and emulating it on PC?
Yeah.
But if you want the real experience, this is the only way to do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, realistically, because who's got $300 in their pocket that they can spend? That's not on bills and food and groceries and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking expensive. It's ridiculous. Anyway,
yeah,
I would say, me personally, that's number one on my list. I mean, obviously, with other games too, but if I had to pick a number one game, Suikoden 2.
Yeah, it hands down Suikoden 2.
Yeah, like,
for me,
like honestly, like I think that's like the game to get. If if you're out there, you're listening, if you have a PS3, just get Suikoden 2, man, because like if you want to play a really good RPG for its time, right?
According to my brother-in-law, who's a major RPG fan, he tells you the story is like one of the best he's ever played because
Mm.
like it's a story about two friends
Mm-hmm.
who are on the opposite side of war because they're different
Right.
because the beliefs are different. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, holy shit! And,
Yeah.
oh boy, that sounds like a story that's going to hit you in the feels.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely. I think Suikoden 2 is very high on the list. One of the biggest games to get off the PlayStation Store before it closes. Really quick, back to you, Manny. How about Dino Crisis?
Yes,
Big yes for Dino Crisis.
yeah, not because of like
It's Resident Evil with
this
dinosaurs.
expensive or anything. It's just for me, it's Resident Evil dinosaurs.
Yeah, I just said that. It's literally RE with dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah, basically, and that's not a knock on it. Like the game's actually really fun too.
Here's another big one. Persona 2, Eternal Punishment. That's a really big one. I don't know if you know. Man, I'm just going back and forth with my computer. Let's see. These Persona games, especially the early ones, they are super expensive.
Is
Okay.
it Persona 2, right?
Yeah, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. Do you know how much this game is complete? Are you
I
looking
want
it
to say
up?
like around like 300.
Yeah, you're right. It was about $326.
Yep, because I'm looking the CIB price. That's 326. So new price is like 347. Jesus.
347. Yeah, that means sealed, brand new. That's what it means. Yeah. Hang on, Manny. I just stepped over wire. There we go. We're doing this live, folks. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's a easy choice right there. You have to get Persona 2.
Mm-hmm.
I never played this game, but I heard that this is actually part 2 to like another story. Like this is a continuation of an existing story that we never got in the United States. Yeah, but I think we eventually got it because I think they put these games out on PSP. Like they're remakes, so there's a remake of Persona 1 and there's a remake of Persona 2, and that version of Persona 2 includes the first part of the story in that version of the game. So, but anyway, I mean, if you want to preserve, if you want to help preserve these these games, I think that's a really good game to get.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I plan on getting this because I'm a big fan of Persona, and I would like to play this because I just want to see how Persona was back in the day. And as a bonus, pretty much all the Shin Megami Tensei games, but not all of them because Digital Devil Saga I don't think is a very expensive game. I always see it for like $20, brand new even. Unless I'm thinking about another game. There's one game that's a Shin Megami Tensei game that's not super expensive that you could find very easily. I saw it one time like $20 to $25 brand new. But I wasn't sure if it was like a repro, like somebody burned a copy on a disc, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, how do we feel about Vanguard Story?
Ooh, yeah.
I know that
That's
game.
another.
That
That's
game
another.
is
Yeah, because
yeah
that game's going up in price soon too.
yeah. I think I saw it for like 70 at one point. I think it hit 70. 60 or $70 last time I checked. But yeah, I recently picked this up. When they announced that PlayStation Store was closing down, I immediately bought Vanguard Story. Because I knew about Vanguard Story for years. I didn't know what kind of game it was. I knew it was a Squaresoft game. I knew it had to be some sort of RPG, but I didn't know what it was exactly. It wasn't until like I heard the sound or like a song, because I was listening to like a playlist, and I told you this. I was listening to a playlist of PSOne games. It was something like 1 hour of relaxing PSOne music, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fine. I love the PSOne. I love the music that system has for all their games. And then this popped up, and I'm like, oh, this sounds beautiful. And then I clicked to the video to see what it was, and it said Vanguard Story, and I was like, holy shit, that's incredible. That's an incredible piece of music. And it inspired me to pick up Vanguard Story, and I just was looking up, and I was like, oh, this game's super expensive, never mind. But then I discovered that it was on the PlayStation Store for like $6. There you go. See, like I said, I'm always all about get physical whenever possible. There are just some times that you just can't, man. You know, like it's just it's awful. Um, Manny, how about Wild Arms? Have you ever played that one?
I haven't played the Wild Arms games yet, but considering that they haven't been making anymore,
All
that's
right.
another one. But do your research first before you try that one.
Okay. Yeah. I'm interested in it. I know that a lot of people like this game, but like you said, I want to research it a bit. Um, if because like I said, I'm all about physical. If I can get these games at a good price, physical, that's great. But if I want to play it one day, I think there's no choice but to get it digital because realistically, I don't. Because Wild Arms, I don't think it's expensive. But if you want, I can look it up.
Yeah, just look at that.
All right,
Just
let's do
benefit.
it. Time to
Well, all right,
roll.
folks.
We're live. Time to roll back into my desk. Let's see. Wildlands. I know this game was part of the PlayStation Classic. I know the little PlayStation Mini. All right, so for complete, we're looking at $45. It's not horrible. Not horrible. So definitely, if you see it for cheap, pick it up. But if you really want to play it, just get it off PlayStation Store. You there, Manny?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, cool.
I'm also looking at the price charting myself.
All right. Oh, actually, you can look it up for me, so that way I don't have to roll around the whole damn office.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
All right, you're my price checker. We're doing this live.
let's go.
I think this is the first time in the loop in the history of the loop that we're doing something live. You know what I mean? Like, because usually I have all the topics like laid out. We'll talk about, it, but no, we're just doing it live, looking at these games live on the PlayStation Store as my hands are bleeding.
There's our special 20th anniversary.
This is a special 20th episode special right here. We're doing it live. Threads of Fate. How do we feel about Threads of Fate?
There's a Fate.
Threads of Fate. I have heavy nostalgia for this game. Because like you, when you used to watch Hector play Xenogears, I used to watch a friend play Threads of Fate, and I was drawn by the art style, especially on the box art. And I thought the gameplay looked really cool. It's like a platformer / RPG. Like it's a platformer with RPG elements on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that piqued my interest. I was like, whoa, so it's a platformer with art. Sign me up. I just love like the art style of it, and I think it looks really cool. I recently watched a review. Someone else play it. It's like, yeah, it's a good time, but because you have the choice to play with two characters. One character's like super jank, super clunky and slow, and the other one's way too fast. So it's like pick your poison, But like,
Yeah.
it's a good time. Like they say that the story's pretty good. So
Let's see. So complete edition of this game is like $66.
okay, I went up a little.
Brand new is 121. So
Okay, because I went to because you know how where we live we have like a couple of retro game stores,
yeah.
and I don't like to talk negative about anything. I despise talking negative about stuff. But I went to this one specific store, and they're great people. I don't got a problem with them. But their prices, I disagree with. For a complete copy of Threads of Fate, they wanted $90.
Wow.
And you just said at the time during this time, I remember the game was like 50 max. But now you say it just went up to 60, and I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
where did they get 90 from? Is it sealed? It didn't look sealed. It didn't look sealed to me.
66.95 to be exact.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm not saying that stores, if by chance they're listening, I'm not telling you should only charge price charting or whatever that price. I understand that they're a business, they need to make money. They charge a little more to pay for the lights, pay for their employees. I get it, right? I completely understand. But it's just I just think it's a little ridiculous to overcharge that much. You know what I mean? Because it's like that it'll be on the shelf forever. Because what idiot who or what person who is well versed into the retro game market, you know the value off the top of your head, or you could easily look it up. You know where to look. You know what I'm trying to say, Manny?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not trying to be negative. I'm like, look, if you want to spend $90 on a game, dude, that's on you. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but like, there's chances. Like I'm that guy where I can find this cheaper, but I have like just now I found it for $6, but it's digital, right? I'm physical. I'm a physical guy, but it's just I think $90 is just ridiculous.
I agree.
Like and you guys are lucky, as you guys are my friends. That I'm not the kind of guy like if I see a price I don't disagree, if I don't yell and disagree with the manager, I'm just like, oh, that's your price, okay, I'm out of here.
Like later, y'all.
Later, I go to Lowe's and I go buy a shelf and they want like $90 for a simple ass shelf. Okay, I'm out.
All right, I'm out of here.
I'm good. So Threads of Fate, I would say yeah, that's a really good game to get. I mean, look, $60. I mean, that's the price of a new game, so it's up to you. If you're a person that regularly buys new games, like every other month, if you don't mind buying a really old game, because I think Threads of Fate is a good game. There's just some things about it you got to work with, but I think it's a pretty good time overall. This is a really special one, Manny. Tumba. We were talking about it earlier.
Tumba, just part 1, right?
Yeah, just part 1. You could do part 2 as well, because part 2 is on here. But I'm only going to talk about Tumba 1.
Yep.
So Tumba 1, last time I checked, it was like 130? Top of my head?
Yep, for a complete, like 138.
Oh, okay. Brand new is like what, 300?
232.85.
Wow. I honestly, this is a really big game from my childhood. Same with, like I said, Threads of Fate, but Tumba is another big one. I picked this up immediately. Like I just had to, because like I know I keep saying this, but realistically, do you have $130 to spend on a game? I think this is a really good game to pick out from. Like, if you're looking for games to download on the PlayStation Store, this is a really good one. Because I'll be honest, like I was expecting for this game to be objectively obliterated by the passage of time. Like, this does not work. Like, this game is just jank as fuck. I played it just so I could just so I can remember, have a nice little nostalgia trip. But honestly, I was having fun. I was expecting to play for like 15 minutes. I was playing for like an hour. I was having fun with it, and I have plans to go back on it, because it's like it's a platformer with like climbing and like there's a couple puzzles in there to figure out. But yeah, when I saw the opening cinematic and I was watching and I was playing the game, and I was just like, holy shit! I just got hit with big old nostalgia, like like I don't know if you've seen Interstellar. Like, where they go through the wormhole and they're like, ah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was me with Tumba. This was such a great game. Like, don't you love that feeling when you were a kid? You get a new game, and your parents take you out to, like, or not take you out, but they it's like, hey, you want to grab a pizza? It's like, yeah, let's grab a pizza. Yeah, and it's like a Friday night. You're off of school. You got a new game. You're just playing the game, and you're just living life, eating pizza, and playing a new game. That was Tumba for me. That was good times. There was real good times. Ooh, Manny, I know you would be a huge supporter of this. How do you feel about Bloody Roar 1 and 2?
Yeah, part 2. Part 1 is fun and everything, but part 2 has a special place in my heart.
Okay. Now, Bloody Roar, obviously a fighting game, but what is it about? You play as like people that transform into like animals or beasts or whatever?
Yeah. Well, in part 1, you could just transform them with the press of a button. Part 2 added in that you could combo into transforming into an animal.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's basically what the premise of the game was, that you could transform into an animal. I mean, there was some that made no damn sense, but whatever. I didn't question it.
Yeah, every time when Max was doing his PlayStation Legacy stream, people kept heckling for him to play Bloody Roar, and I'm just like, I've heard of this game, but why is it such a big deal? Like, is it just like
you could turn into an animal? Like, the main guy could turn into a wolf.
Right, but I'm saying like, was the game any good? That's
Yeah, it
where
was good.
okay.
But then, like the games later on in the series, the animal transformations got freaking like ridiculous. Like there was a guy who could turn into a freaking dragon,
Oh, I found my main.
or there was one who could turn into a freaking chimera. I was like, okay, now you guys are just throwing things out. Now
So
you
the,
guys
so
just
so
throwing
so,
things
so
to
the series just became bonkers after
yeah.
two.
And shockingly, and believe it or not, the person who was the chimera was banned from tournaments because he was way too.
That is funny.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, gee, I wonder why.
I'm gonna ask you
Oh, there
again.
was another one
Oh,
where the guy turned into a fucking penguin. Whatever.
okay.
I'm
Is
like,
he the
okay,
joke? Is he like a
whatever.
joke character or something?
No, no, I don't know. I didn't play the game, but the more I heard he turned into a penguin, I said, I'm not playing that shit.
I ain't playing that shit. I don't play no penguin game.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
How do you feel about Darkstalkers 3?
Get it.
Get it?
That's the last Darkstalkers game that's been made up to that point.
Really? I thought they made. Oh, but after that was just
They were just
re-releases.
like doing like the whole
Re-releases like HD collections and
re-release
stuff
of
like
it.
that.
But like the last Darkstalkers, like canonic, I don't know how you say that.
Canonically,
Yeah, canonically
canonical.
speaking, is
Yeah,
that's like the
Darkstalkers.
last one
Okay,
made.
okay.
Yeah, because completed this is like $76 for Darkstalkers 3.
Oh wow.
And new price and new 170.
How about did you? I didn't catch that. Did you say loose or?
No, new price is 170.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
Complete,
loose. I thought you said loose.
yeah, no. Loose is $40.
Yikes, man. Like I don't know, man. Like if I
That's the one
ever,
that has the badass cover of Morgan.
yeah, Morgan's on the cover. I'm looking at it.
Hmm.
Let me ask you something, Manny. If you ever had a chance to get these games that we just listed, like Darkstalkers and Bloody Roar, like let's say you really want to get this game and they only have it loose, like would you spend that money on it loose? You know what I mean? Like
I
40.
want to spend $40 on it loose. Sorry, Darkstalkers, I love you, but nah.
Nah, because I had that, and this is only my the first only experience. I was looking for the PS1 Spider-Man game.
The first one or the second one?
The first one, not the second one. The second one is trash.
True. The first one was awesome. I
Yeah,
love the first one.
first one was it's a great game for its time, but I think I think it's still a good game to go through today.
Yeah, part two, I don't know what the happened with
Yeah,
that.
part two, they were on drugs when they were making this game. Like this
I'm
game
like,
blows.
they put Carnage. They made Carnage a Doctor Octopus. I'm like, what?
Well, no, that was the first game.
Yeah,
Oh, that you're saying Carnage came back?
yeah. When Carnage came out, I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, because I remember part one, Carnage fused with Doc Ock in the first game. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that was a final battle though.
Yeah, that was the chase sequence at the end, and it was so stressful, but
it was.
doable. It was doable at the same time. Anyway, continue, Manny. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead. But yeah, Spider-Man 1 was awesome for the game. That was like the first good superhero game I played when I was a kid.
Hmm.
Call of superhero game they made when I was a kid fucking sucked.
Yeah, those licensed games, some of them were good, like Spider-Man, but there are some that just blew. You know, they just sucked. Like I was saying, I really wanted to get Spider-Man, and last time I checked, Spider-Man is not on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
But I found the game loose. Like I went to one of my usual spots, and he only had it loose, and I was just like, I really want this game. It's $10. I have $10. Let me pay the man. I really want this game. And and the guy I'm talking about, he's a really good guy. Like he always hooks me up with solid deals, and I love him for that. That's why I always continue to go to him. I may disagree with some of his prices, but I think he's a genuine, he's a good human being. Like I appreciate him. You know what I mean? But like I think he's the kind of guy. If you buy a lot of stuff, he'll hook you up with a deal. But if you just buy just one thing, he'll overcharge a bit. But I understand that he's running a business and whatever he needs to make money. I get it. I'm not disagreeing with that. But anyway, I that was the only time in my life, in my collecting life, that that is the only time I'll buy loose. If I have no other choice, I really want to play this game, and if it's a decent price, that's fine. You know, you told me Darkstalkers, a game like that, it's $40 loose. I'm not paying that much for a loose copy of a game.
No, you're better off buying that online too, because it's a great fighting game. I'm just not paying $40 for it loose.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sorry, miss me with that. Like, but just like my example, if you were given a good deal on it loose, would you take it? Like, let's say the guy says $10.
$10, yeah, I'll take it.
Right. You know, if it's a good deal, I would say, yeah, take it. A good deal loose, because you can always find the case later, or you can make your own.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say the PS1 is a bit harder because there's like little instant, like, you know what? I'm not gonna get into that. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
That's about all the games that I wanted to talk about, Manny. If there was one that you were curious about, I could look it up. I don't look.
I did have an RPG in mind, but I'm having a freaking brain fart about it because.
Let me ask you something. Does that RPG start with the letter A?
No, if you think about Ark the Lad, no.
Arc the Lad? No. How about Alundra?
Oh, I've heard that one. That's not it, but I heard that name. Never seen like,
Alundra's on here. I was like, oh, Alundra. I didn't even see this game.
let's
How
see
do
if I
you
can,
how do you feel?
let's
How do
see
you?
if I can find a guy on YouTube who reviews RPG games.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, how do you feel about Alundra? Have you played that one?
Nope.
Okay, I never played it either. So.
Yeah, I just haven't heard the name in a while because it's been years.
Okay, so the one that you're thinking, oh, is it Grandia? You're thinking about Grandia?
Yeah, Grind. No, not Grind. Yeah, that's one. That's a good choice too. But let me see if I can find because I know it's an RPG series. I told you Frankie about that. I seen that at Cybertron and they wanted a lot for it, but I
Right.
don't play.
I know I'm looking at the top classics. I can do like a like look through all of them type deal. You said it's an RPG.
Yeah, it's like an RPG.
Okay. It's not Suikoden. We just talked about it. Breath of Fire? Is it? No, it's not Breath of Fire.
No.
Let's see. Legend of Mana?
No.
No. That game's on there. You know, honestly, I plan on picking up the remaster, but I don't mind owning the original. Because the original is going up in price. Like last time I saw it, it was like $50, like $50-$60, and I'm just like, man, like it's just this pandemic, and it's just like I am just so upset about that. But there's just nothing you can do about it. Arc the Lad, we talked about it. Let's see. I know. Oh,
found it.
What is it?
Shadow Hearts.
Shadow Hearts. Oh, that one. I don't think that one's on here. I don't think it's on here.
It's not. I will be very shocked if it is. It's not. It's not the most well-known JRPG, but it's a great series, though.
I can double check and look for it. It's just called Shadow Heart, right? All in one word.
Yeah, Shadow Hearts.
Okay. Just really quick, have you played Front Mission 3?
I haven't played Front Mission game in years, but I know that one's one. That one's one of them.
Yeah.
But I did like the concept of it, though. That it's a mech RPG.
Right. How about this? This might hit you with nostalgia blast. Klonoa.
Oh.
Klonoa, Door to Phantomile. PS1. I heard about it. I heard about this one.
The Klonoa series is very underrated.
Okay. Shadow Hearts. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know how, but I'll do it. I'll do it with one hand. Let's see. Oh God, man, this fucking store is so terrible.
Holy shit, that Klonoa game is expensive.
Oh, really? How much is it? I didn't see. I never.
You want to know how much the loose price is?
Hit me with a complete, man. Don't hit me with loose. You know me.
$292 for complete.
Woo!
New is $384.
Oh fuck, man. 200 bones for a complete copy of that one, huh?
292. Like that's damn near 300.
So almost 300. 300 bones. No, thank you.
And it's nearly 200 for the loose. I mean, what the fuck?
Almost $200 loose.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as we speak. I'm like, what?
Oh man, God damn.
I said, yeah, that's a no.
Fuck. That's horrible.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's another game you gotta get, Konoha, on the
Yep.
PlayStation Store.
Like, who cares if we don't play it? Shit.
Is Shadow Hearts only one word?
It's like spaced out. Shadow, then space, then hearts.
Thank you. Okay, because it wasn't giving me, because the PlayStation Store here has like a thing where
They're very like picky. I know.
well, not picky. It's also like it tries to guess what you're trying to search.
Mm.
So there's a chance
Shadow Hearts Covenant, and then Shadow Hearts from the New World, and then they're just Shadow Hearts.
It may not be in here because it would have popped up.
Yeah. Well, that and Midway made it, so.
Let's see. No, I mean, yeah, it would have popped up, man. I mean,
yeah, no worries.
I fully typed in Shadow. It doesn't give me an option to do H because this stupid ass store doesn't.
Okay, well.
Anyway, I don't think this game's on here because you say it's pretty obscure, right?
Yeah, it's a Midway made the game, so.
So that tells you everything.
Yeah, so.
I am going to close this abomination.
Okay.
Yikes! I know I have to go back into the store to buy all these games, but I am not looking forward to it. But this is the only way to do it because they shut down the website version of it, which is awful. It's awful, man. It's awful. They said if you want to buy if you want to buy an old ass game, buy it off the store where it's from. And I was just like, so you mean to tell me I have to? Oh no. But anyway, Manny, that was a very interesting segment that we did. Me just moving around with my chair, going from desk to TV because my TV is, I mean, it's close, right? But to get a good angle, I need to move. So I was just moving around like the guy in the chair, like you seen those like movies, like those cliche movies where the hacker guy, he's got like a whole bunch of computers, and that's me. Like I just like move around to the other side. I'm working on something else. Yeah. So that's about it, Manny. Unless you have something else that you wanted to talk about.
No, I don't got it there.
Okay. So that was pretty much our impromptu 20th episode special of me with holding the mic in my hand. I have no idea how I sounded like. If it sounds like shit, it might be cut off. I'm just gonna cut it off.
You sound good to me.
Sounded good. I didn't sound like this.
No, I mean now you do, but no.
All muffled and up close.
What?
No, I didn't mean it that way. You. Stop thinking like that.
If I didn't think like this, you would think something was wrong with me. So I told a girl that's at my job today. She said, man, can you stop thinking dirty for once? If I didn't have a dirty mind, you would think something was wrong with me. And she just stared at me and said, I hate that I'm gonna have to say this, but you're right.
Well, anyway, Manny, that pretty much wraps things up. I pretty much wanted to, this week, was just to talk about the PlayStation Store. I couldn't really think of anything to talk about, like, in terms of the news, other than, maybe something regarding Avengers, but Avengers is just a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, no. And I really don't give a shit anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, I know they're adding Black Panther, but Spider-Man is a no-show. I mean, that's the only interest I have in it right now when Spider-Man comes out.
I mean, I'm happy Black Panther's coming.
Right. I think I'm glad he's coming because Black Panther's awesome.
But I'm like, man.
Yeah. Because I hear good things about the next-gen version, that it's really, really cool. Like, it looks a lot more prettier, a lot of enhancements. The loading times are really fantastic. because you can probably agree with this, but the loading times on PS4 were atrocious.
Yes.
And I saw the loading times on PS5, night and day. So it makes me glad I didn't pick the game up for myself on PS4, and now I'm more intrigued to pick it up on PS5. But there's just nothing else to do after I beat the game, so that's why I'm kind of avoiding it,
Mm-hmm.
until when Spider-Man comes out, because that's when I'll give it a proper chance. Because Spider-Man, I'll be honest, he's my all-time favorite Marvel hero. Next to Iron Man, Black Panther, like pretty much like the lineup of Avengers. Those are all my favorites.
Mm.
I think DC's the only like comic book company that I have a small appreciation for, those like obscure characters like Calendar Man and like those
Polka
are,
Dot Man, Suicide Squad.
yeah. Like where I don't know, like I know more obscure DC stuff than I do Marvel stuff. But
But
anyway,
it's
Manny.
not so boring.
Anyway, Manny.
But anywho,
That just wraps up episode 20. I hope this came out good. I hope I don't sound like shit during that little segment. But we'll see we'll see. Anyway, Manny. Appreciate you being here.
likewise, Gian.